to be the face of Renegade Monster Trucks. Send it, CJ Bertino, the driver of the ATI Performance Product Stinger Unleashed. CJ, let's talk about what happened on Wednesday, man. You graduated high school, brother. First of all, congratulations on graduating high school. How does it feel to finally get done with high school? No more homework, no more teachers, just pure monster trucking, dude.
Well, I definitely wasn't expecting to have to come to a monster truck show this weekend. Was hoping to have the weekend off, but we showed up here and we're ready to have some fun.
Well, there you go, man. I gotta tell you, I know these fans out here want to see you rock the house. I know you were here in Frederick last year. You rocked the house, gave these fans an amazing performance. What can they expect from Stinger Unleashed here today?
I don't know. We'll just have to see what the truck wants to do.
Well, there you go. How about that? Now, I know you got some great people behind you that make that Stinger Unleashed truck rock the house every single weekend. Tell me, what are some of the great sponsors and people behind you that make that truck rock the house?
ATI Performance Products with all the transmissions, range towing and recovery for allowing us to use their shop every once in a while. Schroeder torsion bars and 717 wraps and graphics for always keeping that thing looking clean.
Well, there you go. CJ, I want to wish you the best of luck in the bit. And again, congratulations on graduating high school, man. One more time, fans. It's CJ Bertino, Stinger Unleashed. Well, Monster Truck fans, one of the hometown guys in the house here today, and the birthday boy, RJ Turner, the driver of War Wizard. RJ, first of all, I want to say, huge happy birthday, dude. Great to see you back here in Frederick. Last night you took home a couple of trophies. What was it like last night for you, man? It was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. You know, it looks cool small out here, but we come out here, we still put on a good show. You know, just makes us work a little bit harder with these trucks to, actually show that we can kind of drive anyway, some of us. But, we're going to go out here, we're going to burn it down for everybody here today.
Awesome. I know these fans out here want to see. I got to ask you, what is it like competing in front of your hometown fans, your friends, your family, your sponsors? They're all here in the crowd watching you. How does that make you feel?
It's awesome. We got two of us here that are from Hangers Town, so, we got Steve Thompson over here. He was telling me earlier, he don't care if that truck is upside down, on fire, all the tires off that thing. He is here to burn it down here in Frederick today.
Well, I know Steven Thompson's going to rock the house, but I got to ask you, what kind of things can we expect from the Wizard here today?
Honestly, I couldn't say, I don't really drive that truck. I let the truck drive me. I just kind of sit there and hold that steering wheel wherever it goes, whatever it wants to do, that's what we do.
Well, there you go, RJ. I want to wish you the best of luck here as well. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, a huge happy birthday to RJ Turner. He is the War Wizard. Well, we were talking about him just a few moments ago, the other hometown guy in the house here today. It's Steven Thompson, the driver of Hurricane Force. Now, Steven, just like RJ, you have your own hometown fans, your friends, your family, your sponsors in the stands. I'm going to ask you, what is it like to perform for your hometown crowd?
Oh, it's always incredible. We were here last year. We had an awesome time. Great fans. We had a couple wins last year, but last night we didn't have the best of luck. It was kind of a challenge for us, but we're really hoping for big things today. Like you said, we got family, we got friends here, we got the sponsors here. Man, we're stoked and we're ready to do this.
Absolutely. I see you look on your face, man. I know you're in the zone. I know you're ready to go out there and put Hurricane Force on the ragged edge for all these awesome fans here in Frederick. What do you got in store for them here today?
It's really hard to say. We got RJ here. He's going to run the thing into the ground. I know how that works with him. He always says it's the other guy, but it's him. But we watch him. We get bumped up. We put the helmet on, put that stupid helmet on, as I call it. Tighten them seatbelts a little bit more. You never know what's going to happen. At the end of the day, it's all about these fans putting on the best show we possibly can for them, and that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. Monster Truck fans, let them hear ya. Steven Thompson, Hurricane Force. Well, Monster Truck fans, how about it? He's here, rocking the house live in Frederick, Maryland. It's the one and only Cliff Turner, the driver of Kamikaze. Now, Cliff, you had a pretty decent run last night. You had some decent runs all season long. You went from rookie driver to dark horse, from technician to driver, man. How has that transition been for you?
It's been great. Ever since I started being around monster trucks and stuff like that, I've always wanted to get the chance to drive. But unfortunately, you got to learn to work on it before you break it.
Well, you got to work on it before you break it, and that you did, and you did well. And you have some of the best equipment and the best crew out there teaming throughout a monster. A state-of-the-art, one of the best monster truck teams in the country. I got to ask you, man, what's it like representing for Team Throttle Monster?
It is just awesome, honestly. I'm honestly blessed to be where I'm at today.
Well, there you go. Now, one last question for you, Cliff. I know these awesome fans in the see you rock the house. What can they expect from Kamikaze out here?
Hopefully I'll get a standing straight up for you guys, put on a good show, maybe some big air, we'll see what happens.
Well, there you go, Monster Truck fans. Who's going to be running for Kamikaze here today? And speaking of Team Throttle Monster, here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the Red Line Oil Dinosaur of Destruction, Carson Williams, the driver of the Veloster. You had a fantastic run last night, Carson. Tell these fans what it's been like for you. I mean, you've been driving up and down the road, all across the country, all across the world, now right here in Frederick. You're looking at all this big crowd out here, man. What's it like racing here in Frederick?
Oh, it's awesome being out here in Frederick, Maryland, seeing new faces. I love these types of venues. It's a little tight, but I've always said that I like the smaller venues. I like getting wild in these kind of places, but I'm excited to tear it down for you guys.
Now, we were just talking to your teammate there, Cliff Turner, the driver of Kamikaze, and just like him, you, the Team Throttle Monster, have so many cool teammates behind you. I gotta ask you, how cool is it to represent the Team Throttle Monster and have that big team support behind you?
Oh, it's absolutely awesome. You know, upcoming the next month, we're at the Monster General World Finals. We have Dalton Widener, Jurassic Dak already in the main field, and Devin Winfield, Velociraptor, my teammate in the Dinosaur duty, and Michael Christensen. I'm wearing his fire suit representing, so hopefully we can get a nice slap with tonight. They're the last chance qualifiers, and I'm hoping that they can get one more of our trucks in the main field. But you know what? We're out here in Frederick, Maryland. We're going to burn down for you guys. Me and Cliff, we're going to have some fun out here tonight.
Well, there you go, Monster Truck fans. Make some noise for him, Carson Williams and the Velociraptor. What's up, Frederick? Frederick, Maryland. You guys ready to have some fun today? Wait. Ladies and gentlemen, we got 5 Monster Truck Santa back there right now, and they can hear you. They need to know, are you ready to have some fun today? Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to Renegade Monster Trucks, and welcome to the Frederick Fairgrounds. My name is Chaos Corbin Hurley, and right now, I'm going to tell you all about the craziness, the carnage, the all-out destruction that you're about to see on this track here today. This is what I like to call our Renegade Rundown. Ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned, we have 5 monster trucks sitting back there right now. There's going to be 4 competitions for our monster trucks today, and check this out. 3 of those 4 are going to be judged by each and every single one of you. Now here's how that's going to work. After each competition is over, we're going to go around to each one of these monster trucks, and based off of your noise and your applause that you make for that truck, that'll determine who gets the victory here today. So our first competition is going to be our 2-wheel skills contest. Who wants to see the 2-wheel skills competition? Well, that's going to be the first contest here today. It's going to be our monster truck 2-wheel skills competition. And you know, it's just like how it sounds. 2-wheel skills. Each one of our drivers will come on here and get 2 chances to give us their best tricks on 2 wheels. Now, it could be a wheelie, it could be a stoppie, it could be a moonwalk, a popper, a bicycle, whatever tricks these drivers have up their sleeves. But here's the catch. It's all up to you guys to determine who gets that win here today. Now, that brings us to our next competition. I got a question. Who here likes donuts? Anybody? I love donuts, like the glazed donuts, the frosted donuts, the cream-filled donuts are my favorite. I had one of those for breakfast earlier today. It was really, really good. I love the cream-filled donuts. But here's the thing. I'm not talking about those donuts. No, I'm not. I'm talking about the kind of donuts where you're getting your monster truck and you spin, 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 fast, fast, fast. Who wants to see that happen? Well, that's going to be our second contest here today. It's going to be our Renegade Monster Truck Donut Competition. All of our drivers are going to be here one at a time and get the chance to spin that truck as fast, as long, and as crazy as possible. It's all about speed, it's all about skill, ladies and gentlemen. On a track like this, it's going to be one gnarly donut competition. But again, whichever guy or whichever driver you think had the best donut, make the most noise for them, and they'll determine the winner here today. Now, I got another question. Who wants to go racing in Frederick? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be our third competition here today for our monster trucks. Is going to be our timed time trials obstacle course racing competition. Now, here's how time trials Trials Racing works. What we're going to do is, just like our donut competition, we're going to take our monster trucks one at a time out here on this track. There is a set course they're going to be racing on. It's fast, it's long, and it's really, really tricky because it's a very skinny track, so it's going to be some sharp turns out here. So whichever driver can complete this course within the fastest amount of time will determine who gets the win here today. Now we'll be talking about how that racing course will work in a little bit later on, but I know what y'all really came to see. What they came to do. Who's ready to see some monster truck freestyle? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we saved, in my opinion, the best for last. And you know, that's the thing. People ask me all the time, Corbin, what's the big deal about freestyle, man? Why is freestyle your favorite? Why is it, in your opinion, the best? Here's why. It's no rules, no time limit. Anything goes. These drivers can come out here and do literally whatever they want. No rules, no time limit, no holds barred. But here's the catch. Everything that they do, wheelies, stoppies, donuts, big air, combo moves, saves, it's all about the fans. It's all up to you guys to determine who gets the freestyle win here today. Whichever driver you think had the craziest, gnarliest, most spectacular performance in freestyle, make the most choice from that determines the winner here today. Now, there's one last thing. All these drivers are on the chase to our overall event championship, and here's how that works. The driver that is the most consistent in each one of those 4 competitions will go home with that Renegade overall event championship checker flying in the back of their monster truck. And I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, that is the most important prize here today, our overall event championship. Before it all goes down, before we get insane in Frederick, there's one last question I gotta ask you. Frederick, Maryland, who's ready for Renegade Monster Truck?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you're about to experience carnage, insanity, destruction, and all-out mayhem like you've never seen before. Prepare to feel the ground shake as massive 10,000-pound, 1,500 horsepower fire-breathing machines of destruction come to life. The best drivers on the planet. Massive mechanical monsters. All about to unleash pure chaos. Gravity will be defied. History will be made. Champions will be crowned. And thundering power will be on full display. The louder you get, the bigger they go. Now the time has come. Raise those checkered flags. Put out your monster muffs. And get ready. Because it's time to meet the Renegades.
This is a war. It's a disease. It's time to be out. Let's try to feel. It's always a creed. Doesn't care what it's all about. Ready for deadly infection. You'll remember this. It's a threat to kill you.
unforgettable Saturday. It's time to meet the Wayne's Towing and Recovery Mini Monster Trucks. But first, we got one more coming to the track. Introducing first, representing for all the lovely ladies out there, the only lady racing in the house here today. She's just 10 years old from Tappahannock, Virginia. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Kinsley and Lady Love. And sitting right next to Lady Hawk, the other member of that Wayne's Towing and Recovery Mini Monster Truck Series. He is 13 years old, one of the craziest drivers in monster trucks today. Hailing all the way from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Garrett and Minnie Stinger! And last but not least, for those Wayne's Towing Mini Monster Trucks, he's right up on stage next to me. 6 years old from Hagerstown, Maryland, making his Wayne's Towing Mini Monster Truck debut here this afternoon at just 6 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Duncan and Tropical Star! Now I gotta know, who's ready to meet your monster trucks? We're gonna start in the center of our track with one of the craziest drivers from the Team Fun Monster Camp, the technician turned driver, the rookie turned dark horse, driving that awesome looking trophy truck body monster truck, racing for Team Fun Monster. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for Glenn Turner and Connor Causey! And sitting right on the end of turn number 4, one of the two hometown boys in the house here this afternoon from right down the road in Hagerstown, Maryland. The dude that's been taking overall event championships all season long. The dude that's been rocking it for the last decade. The dude that's gonna drive it like he's playing Grand Theft Auto. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Steven Thompson, Hurricane Force! And ladies and gentlemen, sitting right next to Hurricane Force, the other member of our team, Throttle Monster Camp, the Red Line Royal Dinosaur of Destruction, all the way from Old Harbor, Washington. Ladies and gentlemen, get loud for Carson Williams and the Velociraptor! Now, I know we said we got Steven Thompson right there, but I know we got more than one hometown favorite in the house here today. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy also hailing from right down the road in Hagerstown, Maryland. And it just so happens to be the birthday boy here this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, last night he won multiple competitions, and today he's looking to finish it up right here. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together in a big happy birthday to R.J. Turner, War Wizard! And last but not least, the young man who Wednesday walked the stage and grabbed his high school diploma, but today he's throwing his helmet on All right, well then here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start at the number 10. No, wait, my bad, I'm sorry, I messed up, that's on me. I'm gonna start at 10, but you guys gotta help me out here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna count them down from 10 to 1, and then all of us together are gonna give the most famous command words in motorsports. It ain't gentlemen, it ain't ladies, it's renegades. Start your engines. What do you say, Frederick? Can we do that? All right, help me out here. Let's count them down. 10, 9. Renegades, start your engines. thinks the winner should be Singer Unleashed? Who thinks the winner should be Hurricane Force? Got some Hurricane Force fans. All right, there you go. Who thinks it should be the Velociraptor? And who thinks it should be War Wizard? I think we have a winner! War Wizard! And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, RJ Turner and the War Wizard! RJ, you had an awesome performance last night. You took the two-wheel skills win, and here today, you left off, you picked up right where you started, man. Congratulations.
Oh, you know, it's awesome. I'm still trying to get this slap wheel to work right here in this little area. I'm down and determined to get it by the end of these shows this weekend. And I like doing those wheelies, but at the same time, I actually like to show some power out here. You know, those wheelies are nothing but balance. You know, anybody can do that kind of stuff. You know, I just really want to do some power wheelies and do some cool stuff. But, you know, we'll figure it out by the end of this weekend.
Well, there you go. I know these fans tell you for those, I call them wizard wheelies, and you're really good at them, man. You pick those two front tires up in the air. But I gotta ask you, is that just a preview of what we can expect here in freestyle today?
Oh yeah, you know, the louder you guys get, the more air we're gonna get, the crazier we're gonna get it. We're gonna start hitting things sideways, and it's gonna turn into a big mess out here, but it's gonna be all fun and games. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of this show.
Well, there you go. How about Monster Truck fans? One more time for RJ Turner and War Wizard, your two-wheel skills winner. Congratulations, RJ. Who thinks this should be War Wizard? All right, ladies and gentlemen, your dog competition winner is the Velociraptor! Carson Williams and the Velociraptor! Carson, talking about Dino Donuts, dude. You had that truck spinning, spinning, spinning. I thought you'd never stop on a track like this. It's hard to get the donuts in, but dude, you made it happen, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, I tried to go with a different approach. We got close to that ramp over there. We did tack that barrier, but you know what? Doesn't look like we did any too much damage to the truck or to that wall itself, but we came out here, we got that dyno going. What do you guys think?
I think they liked it, man. Here's the thing, Carson. We did that crowd cheer off earlier. I'm not sure if you heard, but we did that cheer off, and I said, the Velociraptor, this place went bonkers. What was your head when you hear that?
It's absolutely amazing hearing you guys get excited for that. The orange and purple dinosaur we represent here with Team Throttle Monster, you know. It's definitely an honor to be out here with the Renegade Tour here in Frederick, Maryland. We got the time racing competition coming up next. I won that last night, so hopefully I can do it again, but you know what? We're out here for freestyle. I feel like I had a killer run last night. I don't feel like I got the score I deserve. So you know what? I'm going to come out here, burn it down for you fans, hopefully we can take on freestyle and racing.
Well, there you go. How about the fans one more time for your donut competition winner, Carson Williams and the Velociraptor! this, 19.56 Hurricane Force, the other hometown guy with 19.96. You guys were just seconds away from each other and the two fastest times here today. How cool is that you two, the hometown guys, got the fastest times in racing today?
Oh, you know, that's awesome. Yeah, that means we're doing our job out here. Hometown guys, they got to come out here and throw it down for all these other guys that have to travel. You know, we're really going to set the bar for them, and it seems like we're doing it, so we're going to keep on putting it to them.
Well, talk about setting the bar, man. I mean, you are already on the chase, that championship checkered flag. You got two-wheel skills, you got racing. We're only halfway through. You still got one more competition left, and that's Monster Truck Freestyle. What do you got for these fans here in Freestyle? How cool would it be to have that overall checkered flag on the back of that World Wizard Monster Truck?
You know, it'd be awesome, especially here on my birthday in front of the hometown crowd. You know, we're going to go out here, we're going to try our best to get it. Within reason, obviously, we need to keep this thing in a good, safe show, so we're going to, if we see anybody down there on that fence anymore, we will not run these trucks. Any of you are walking down right here where you're not supposed to, this show will be shut down, and you will be called out, and you will be the reason why the show shuts down early.
Yeah, I know we don't want that to happen, but nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, a great job and a great run. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, your racing winner, RJ Turner in War Wizard. Congratulations, RJ. And who thinks this should be war, Wizard? Ladies and gentlemen, your freestyle champion and the overall event winner, War Wizard! RJ, I got a birthday present for you. The overall event champion, dude. Happy birthday. You got the win. Congratulations, bro.
Thank you, spouse. I'm here this weekend. Hopefully we're going to have one more good show tonight coming up. Hopefully we get to see some of you guys come back. But, we got to have fun tearing up here in Frederick once more. Hopefully we get invited back here to do it again. Hopefully we get some more hometown trucks to get out here and battle it out for everybody.
Well, there you go. I know, man. How about it one more time for RJ?